On October 2nd, you testified at this committee that no funding from Health Canada was being used to purchase crack pipes. Do you still stand by this answer today?
I really appreciate the opportunity to clarify the funding that goes from Health Canada to harm reduction projects. So while Health Canada does not directly purchase harm reduction supplies, Health Canada does provide funding to community organizations that do invest in prevention, harm reduction, and treatment projects. And that funding can be used for harm reduction supplies to minimize the
Ms. Weber,
transmission.
it was a pretty direct question. I said, does Health Canada, is any of the funding from Health Canada being used to purchase crack pipes? It was just a yes or no
I
answer.
appreciate the question. Yes, we do
yes,
provide
you
funding
do?
to community organizations for harm reduction tools, including pipes, yes.
So Health Canada stated that it does not track individual expenditures and is unable to provide a breakdown of how recipients spent funding under the Substance Use and Addictions Program and Emergency Treatment Fund. If you do not track individual expenditures, how do you know that no federal funds were used to purchase crack pipes?
So I did say that funds do go to community organizations, and I did say that they are used by those organizations to purchase harm reduction products,
So
such as pipes.
like crack pipes?
That's right.
So
And we provided examples
So
of
you
that in our written response. And we
So you-
do not track individual expenses down to the minute level, but in fact, we do track categories of expenditures, and those do include harm reduction equipment.
Okay.
And we did report that back in the written question in detail.
according to Health Canada, funding under the Substance Use and Addictions Program and the Emergency Treatment Fund can be used to purchase smoking kits. Is that correct?
That is correct. Similar to the pipes, harm reduction tools can be purchased from the funding for harm reduction.
And what substances do you think addicts smoke out of smoking kits? Health Canada is
A
funding.
variety of different substances.
Like what kind?
I
Fentanyl?
wouldn't want to assume, I would not want to assume that.
You wouldn't want to assume? You're in charge of funding these sites. You must know one type of drug. Fentanyl? Would that be in your experience?
In one of the programs that we did provide in the written question, it was for meth. And so we did
Meth.
answer that. There was a program.
According to your
and
own
a pilot
department,
project.
actually 48% of the usage is fentanyl.
It
so-
can be fentanyl.
Yeah.
But I don't want to speak.
Over
with-
half the times.
Because we know that fentanyl is one of the most harmful substances
It
on the
is.
street, and illicit fentanyl. And that is correct. So providing those harm reduction tools is fundamental.